Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed for the Game Boy Advance, a 2003 release. This is what happens when you unleash a Porsche. Wow. Quick, put it back on the leash. This is one of those games that does not benefit from being blown up onto a large screen. It would benefit from being blown up though. Best played on the Game Boy Advance. In fact, best played with your eyes shut. Just use the Force and imagine it's a lot better than it is. In fact, you could also play this game for PC or PlayStation. It was a 2000 release. I've seen screenshots of the PC version which look a lot better than this. As you might expect, you start out with a couple Porsches and unlock new ones as you win events. The races themselves are pretty average. It's just a really ugly game on the Game Boy Advance, which I believe was capable of more, but it's also not the world's best racing game platform. And even though you get a cockpit view with this one, games like F-Zero just did it better on the Game Boy Advance. So far in this review, I've been playing this using the Game Boy adapter for the GameCube. It looks better on the Game Boy Advance when it's smaller. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed runs smoothly on the GBA. The controls work well. It's not a complicated game. You win races, unlock cars, there you go. Once you get past the unattractiveness, you may very well find yourself enjoying the races because they take place on a long stretch of road, so you're not just doing laps on a circuit. You'll have to do some repeat gameplay to memorize portions of the road because the challenges become tricky. You'll quickly realize that you never need to hit the brake button though. Bouncing off walls does just as well. In fact, it actually rebounds you into a better position most of the time. That must be one of those advanced features that you only get with a Porsche though. I've tried that in other vehicles. It doesn't end as well. Bouncing off the wall into the lead. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed for the Game Boy Advance won't cost you as much as a real Porsche. In fact, it won't cost you as much as a good cup of coffee. The fact is, there's some truly awesome games available for the Game Boy Advance. This is not one of them. If you really want to play Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed, hunt down the PC or PlayStation versions. I'm assuming they're better than this. I really hope they're better than this. While this game is far from unplayable, it's also far from excellent. It's Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. This game should have been called Need for Speed K-Car Unleashed.